Anyways, I am floored. Are you floored? Because this is just goofy. You are officially a very goofy man, Brigitte. But I got to give it to you. You've definitely got balls. Fire everybody around you. And I mean literally everyone around you who told you that this was a good idea, that this was a very good idea for you to be the first sitting first lady of a country to file a lawsuit against a journalist of another country. You are literally making history in all the wrong ways. And I want to be very clear here right at the top that this is obvious, very clear that it is an obvious and desperate public relations strategy. That's what this is. I think you're a man. I think it's beyond obvious that you're born a man. You may want to split hairs about, well, I'm really a woman. I feel on the inside, no, I'm a woman. An insulting wig that you're wearing. It's ridiculous.
Actually, Candace, was goofy is that you're willing to die on such a dumbass hill. Now, that's goofy to me. That part. You're a serious political commentator, you say. But this is the hill you have chosen to die on. Put it in full mass. Candace was starting to say some things that made sense, and she had to figure out how to bring her base back. Well, this has done it. So both the French president and his wife are suing Candace Owens for defamation after Owens claimed that his wife was transgender. Candace Owens has repeatedly insisted that she is trans. I'm laughing because it's so damn insane that this is a story. So she has insisted, not as a matter of opinion, this is the distinction, but as a matter of fact, okay? So she has represented this as a matter of fact. What are the rules governing this? The rules are because, yes, you have a public figure dynamic, which means the bar is much higher to prove defamation. But if you can show that the person lied, number one, it's untrue. Two, they knew it was untrue. And three, they offered it in a malicious way. So those are the three dynamics you need for defamation or slander against somebody who is in the public domain. It is a 22-count civil lawsuit. So Macron's 22-count civil lawsuit accuses Owens of defamation and false light. Let me explain false light. False light means what you're doing is intentionally painting someone in a false light. It doesn't necessarily have to be defamation to be a false light comparison. So that's a different count. All right, since May of 2024 has used this platform, has used this false statement about Mrs. Macron to promote her independent platform, gain notoriety, and make money. Owens disregarded all credible evidence, disproving her claim in favor of platforming when conspiracy theorists have and proven defamers. The lawsuit filed Delaware Superior Court says. Now, they have filed in a very favorable court that would penalize Candace Owens. That was done intentionally. Well, that's why you hire attorneys that understand strategy. The lawsuit says that Owens allegedly, knowingly, that's the key, knowingly made false statements accusing the couple of having an incestuous relationship, and that the president's wife, and that the presidency is part of a CIA-backed plan, among others, all of which prompted a response from the family, from the president and first lady of France. Ms. Owens' campaign of defamation was plainly designed to harass and cause pain to us and our families and to garner attention and notoriety. We gave her every opportunity to back away from these claims, but she refused. The couple said, "It is our earnest hope that this lawsuit will set the record straight and end this campaign of defamation once and for all." A representative for Candace Owens responded, blasting the lawsuit as a form of censorship and bullying. You can't, attorney, come on, dear brother. You can't lie intentionally, sir. You know the rules here, man. Like, once information was provided that completely denounced the conspiracy theory, she has a responsibility in civil engagement, which means good faith engagement, to not repeat said information without the benefit of the new information she's received. A spokesperson for Owens in a statement to CNBC said, and I quote, "Candace Owens is not shutting up. This is a foreign government attacking the First Amendment rights of an independent journalist. Candace repeatedly requested an interview. Instead of offering a comment, Brigitte is resorting to trying to bully a reporter into submission. In France, politicians can bully journalists, but this is not France, it's America. Candace will address everything on her show today, but she will continue to express her First Amendment rights." They argue that Owens, the Macron family argues that Owens' statements have harmed their lives, turning every move they make into a tabloid fodder. The defamation case was filed in Delaware. The couple is seeking a jury trial and punitive damages, although the amount was not specified. According to the lawsuit against Owens, they say the conservative pundit has caused them tremendous damage and subjected them to, quote, "a campaign of global humiliation, turning their lives into fodder for profit-driven lies." There can be claim all day about the foreign nature of the lawsuit. Regardless of the foreign nature of the lawsuit, they have a right to not be defamed. Just as Candace has a right to her freedom of speech. So let's talk about those rights. Your freedom of speech right comes with responsibilities associated with such right. One of those responsibilities is to not knowingly lie and repeat said lies against individuals and harm them. So the right has a limitation or a responsibility. Your right against having to be defamed, well, that right also says, okay, you have to have been defamed in order to provide this opportunity at judicial remedy. It's called the Court of Equitable Remedy, meaning the court is going to come in and say, with all evidence presented, the equitable remedy is A, B, or C, period. Now you get to go to a court of equitable remedy, meaning they will weigh the actual evidence, which I think is the point of the French president, to weigh the actual evidence and make a determination based on that evidence and not based on a rumor. Dear brother, it sounds like to me, if anything Candace Owens said about them were true, the last thing the French president and his wife would want to do is bring all evidence to an American court and be willing to be placed under oath in said court. What say you?
Yeah, I think this is because Candace Owens has just totally lost her mind. I don't think, obviously, there's not like a hint of truth in this. I feel like with a lot of these right-wing, influencers, I can kind of understand where they're coming from theoretically most of the time. But I think that Candace Owens, if I don't want to know at all what's going on in her mind, usually the conspiracy theories are off the charts. And I think this is her kind of evolving at this point, because it used to be that she would rely on other conspiracy theorists like the flat or theories like the flat earth theory, or that, NASA is satanic or whatever. But now she's becoming, less of a student of the conspiracy theories and more of a writer herself. Like, is anyone talking about this? Like, it feels like she just sort of, she plucked it out of the sky, basically. And so, it's a good honor, I guess, for getting creative, but no one was asking for this. And I think that this like edgelord to victim pipeline that these guys do is really exhausting, where they'll say the most, nutty things they possibly can. And then when they get called out for it, all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, woe is me. And it's a little exhausting.
Right. I really want to see this whole thing pan out. We'll bring you updates as they come.